You're watching KARE 11 News in high definition. This is KARE 11 News at 4.
13th, 2003. Well, the next time you get your blood pressure checked, you may want to make sure the doctor checks the pressure in both arms. English researchers say if both arms are not checked, doctors could be missing significant signs of heart disease. After reviewing data on blood pressure measurements, they found that even a 15-point difference in systolic blood pressure between arms more than doubled the risk for a form of vascular disease. Researchers say different blood pressure readings in two arms could be a sign that the arteries are narrowing or hardening on one side of the body.
Well, it is a startling statistic. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for women, killing nearly 460,000 women each year. That's why the American Heart Association launched its Go Red campaign for women in hopes of raising awareness about heart disease. Go Red for Women takes place this coming weekend, Friday and Saturday. We are being joined now to talk about some local events happening. Barb Ducharme is here. She is the Senior Director of Community Health for the American Heart Association. It's great to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me, Pat. It's great to be here.
Are women getting the idea that this is a big threat to their health?
I think they finally are. When we launched Go Red for Women 8 years ago, I think most women still did not realize that heart disease was the #1 killer of women, killing anywhere from 1 in 3 to 1 in 2, depending on what statistics you look at. But now we're finding that most women do recognize, about 60% recognize that heart disease, the cardiovascular diseases are going to be their #1 killer, and so they have to start taking action on how to manage their health.
Has this changed because so many more women are actively in the workplace with stresses that men historically have had?
I think there's a lot of different factors on why. I think that it's really just an awareness thing, that women just did not realize necessarily that their risk factors were so high. I think that the stresses, obesity is certainly a contributor to a lot of different forms of heart disease. So I think that we're just looking at, regardless of the reasons, we do know that heart disease will kill, as I said, anywhere from 1 in 3 to 1 in 2. And so we really want women to start taking control of their health and making sure that they are managing the risk factors, know what those are, and taking steps to live healthier.
And that's why Go Red, and we were going to be talking now about some things happening this weekend, is so important because most of this is preventable.
80% of heart disease is preventable. So, you know, you look at that, that's an amazing number. And so what we want to do is let women know these are some of the steps that you can take. So this weekend at the Mall of America, on Saturday, we're going to have a ton of different events going on in all 5 courts. The mall has been very gracious to give us the mall the first Saturday of February for the last 3 years. So we have a casting call where we're looking for new spokespeople. We have how to manage your stress. We're going to learn how to do CPR in 15 minutes. We have a fabulous fashion show that we do with survivors and with college students, and when we also have Chris Freitag from Channel 11, who is going to be there doing some lifestyle.
She makes you exhausted just watching her. Yeah, she is a great example of embracing the fitness, and as you go into middle age, which is so hugely important.
Yeah, and it's never too late to start. I ran my first 5K 2 years ago, so you can start at any age.
And I live to tell about it,
and I do it with my kids now, and that's, you know, when my daughters are outpacing me a lot, it's a little hard as a challenging, you know, a competitive mom, but you can start at any time. You don't have to start with marathons. You can start by walking. You can start by doing a 1K, a 5K, a 10K, whatever you're comfortable with, but just doing something is important.
I'm glad you mentioned your kids because your example has had huge impact. I have parents who fortunately are living very healthy lives into their senior years because they were active. And they continue to be.
And I think young women, too, can start now, and they can also start putting in healthy habits in their eating, in their sleeping, in their stress management to really keep these problems at bay longer and longer.
Barb Ducharme, thank you for being here. Nice sweater, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Wear red. American Heart Association Go Red for Women event Saturday, February 4th, 11 to 4 at Mall of America. General public is invited to attend. All kinds of free activities you've heard in honor of National Wear Red Day, and you can learn more about all this by going to KARE11.com, where we have put all this information under the 4 p.m. tab right there. Well, stay right there. We will be right back.